Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. So we are bump day for you, Wednesday for me, and so happy. So happy, just a few more days to go. But we've got a plethora of new segments here. We've got Juan Antonio Reyes' son has done something. We've got Mohamed Elneny in tears. Ben White contract extensions. We've got even David Raya talking. We're going to get into this one on the other side of this music intro. Yes, welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yeah, this one. I tell you what, I'm tired. Getting tired a lot these days, but forget about my tiredness. Let's get into this. We've got a plethora, which means I think a lot of new segments. We don't even have that sign which says just click on the like button. You don't even have to subscribe. If you can lend me your ears for the next 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be happy with that. As happy as Larry. So let's get into the first news segment of the day. I tell you what a scorcher. What a scorcher. First news segment is in regards to David Raya. Yes, David Raya has spoken to the Athletic, I believe. Yeah, the Raya interview, taking risks at Arsenal, Arteta influence and Ramsdale relationship. Well, if you didn't know, it's been 2 months since David Raya joined Arsenal from Brentford, the Bees. Yet the goalkeeper is already convinced the move has been a success. Now, with an interview in the Athletic, the Spaniard is asked if he is at the peak of his career. His answer is unequivocal. Is that not come from Latin? Unequivocal, because it's similar to Spanish. Anyway, he says, yes, I have taken an important step at a club level. I am at one of the most important clubs in the world, so that is an incentive and gives you pride competing in the Champions League, which was one of my objectives. Now, Raya's signing in mid-August triggered an intense debate about whether Arsenal could justify 2 high-class international goalkeepers, with Aaron Ramsdale having established himself as a first choice soon after joining the club in the summer of 2021. Now, an Englishman was initially picked ahead of Raya at the beginning of the season, starting the Premier League victories over Crystal Palace and Man United, as well as a draw with Fulham. However, between September and October international breaks, Raya was selected by manager Mikel Arteta for all 4 top-flight fixtures, plus Arsenal's first 2 Champions League outings since 2017. Yet, despite the competition for a starting place, with both goalkeepers hoping to prove themselves to their international managers before the European Championship next summer, Raya sees a long-term future for himself at Arsenal. Incredible, Ryan Manimal. Problems afoot? No. These 2 goalkeepers are professionals. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm thinking professional players don't get upset. Of course, players get upset because they're human beings after all. But Raya, he's looking to cement himself in the #1 spot. It's for Aaron Ramsdale, like I said a million times, just to continue doing what he's doing. And if I say David Raya gets in a bad patches of form, yeah, then he might have his chance to shine and show what we all know he can do. It's a bit of a strange one because you see and you know that we've got 2 #1s. It's no fact. But do we have 2 #1s? Well, one can only play. We can only have 1 goalkeeper at a time. But it's like you can see Ramsdale is a fan favorite. He gets a little bit over exuberant sometimes, but what can you do? Just play your best and hope your turn comes again, Ramsdale. But I tell you what, David Raya, It just says in the report there, he is at the right place, at the right time, at the right club. And one of his objectives was to play in the Champions League. So you can't beat that, can you? You can't beat. Can you beat that? The World Cup. In the World Cup. Anyway, we go onwards and upwards. So we've got some transfer news or such. I think. Yeah, we'll go with Ben White for the time being. So from what I'm reading here, Arsenal have held positive talks with Ben White, and as they continue to work on trying to tie down the core players of their squad, the Gunners have made contract renewals for key players. As you know, the familiar faces, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, just to name but a few. But I just want to scoot over Ben White and quickly go into, which is basically, is it another segment? No, not really. Not really. Mohamed Elneny. Now, Mohamed Elneny, I know a lot of you don't rate him, and that's fine. It's fine if you don't rate him, but a stalwart and servant to the club. Now, Mohamed Elneny said that he cried when Arsenal asked him to stay. He says he wants to finish his career at Arsenal. That's what he said. No, I'm not saying that. Also, midfielder tells Standard Sport about his love for the Gunners, playing his role in their title challenge and starting his own football club. Don't forget he's done his badges, hasn't he? Well, Mohamed Elneny was told earlier this year he would be signing a new contract with Arsenal. He broke down in tears. At the time, midfielder Elneny had just suffered a serious knee injury that would keep him sidelined until September, following 260 days on the sidelines. With his contract set to expire in June, the 31-year-old feared his 7-year stay in North London was over. Arsenal, however, had other ideas for the Egyptian international, was handed a new 1-year contract to ensure he remains the squad's longest-serving player. He said in his own words, "It was one of the happiest days of my life," said Elneny. The way they spoke to me, the way that the entire club was happy about this decision, they made me cry this day. Arsenal Football Club, they know I love them 100%, so much. They know I don't want to leave. I want to stay and finish my career there 100%. I was injured and my contract was finishing, and I could not play anymore last season. And they came straight away after I got injured the next day and said, "Mo, what sort of contract will it have to be? We love you here and we want you to stay. Really, this club is great." Now, Elneny has been at Arsenal so long that he calls North London home. His actions back up his words, and it is a sign of how settled he is and how much he's looking to the future. That he has launched his own football team, yes, in the capital. Elneny FC, yes, was born earlier this year as an under-10s side, which the midfielder's son played in and helped coach. Expansion began during the summer with further youth sides and a senior team eyed by the Arsenal player. I tell you what, now I have said on many occasions, we can't have any space for, sentiments for any players. But I've got to make an exception. I have to make an exception for Mohamed Elneny. You never see him at the front of the newspaper doing and saying the wrong thing. You never see him at the back of the newspaper saying and doing the wrong thing. He's kind of sandwiched somewhere in the middle, saying the wrong. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. A servant to the club for 7 years, and it'll be 8 years. Now, we know the average, age for players to end their careers is roughly about 33, 32, 33, because Eden Hazard has just retired, hasn't he? So I will say Mohamed Elneny has maximum 2 years, 2 more years left in his legs. But you know what? He's got a contract. It was nothing to do with me. It was nothing to do with me. it was down to Mikel Arteta. Nothing to do with me. But Mohamed Elneny, I wish you all the very, very best. And he made him cry. Arsenal made him cry. Oh my goodness. Now I want to cry now. No, I'm not going to cry. I'm not gonna cry. Now I did have some other players. So I did a poll in regards to who you gonna sell. Ghostbusters. No, yeah, but a small list of players. Who would you sell amongst the small list of players? Now I'm not gonna go into the list just yet, but what I have seen or what I've seen here, some players their contracts up next year, and you know, Cedric Suarez, June next year, 2024. Mohamed Elneny, Jorginho is also up next year, and a goalkeeper Raya, if he signs and stays with Arsenal, will also be up next year, June the 30th next year. And we've got one more new segment that we need to go in. I think I left the best. Yeah, I left the best till last, actually. A little bit solemn. I don't know what to say. Well, anyway, this is how I'm going to say it. So, Jose Antonio's Reyes' son, Jose Antonio Reyes Jr., son of the late Arsenal star, signed for Real Madrid yesterday. The 16-year-old penned his first professional contract with La Liga Giants after impressing for the club's actually B side. And in his own words, he said, it's a very special moment for me. So the first thing that came to mind was we've got to remember the untimely death of his father. 4 years. The time has gone so very, very quick. That's one thing. And the other thing that came to mind was you want to leave a good legacy because no one's going to live forever. You know, no one's going to live forever. You know, whether I die of old age or, you know, I don't know, if I suffer bad health or something happens to me, but no one can live forever. But before you leave this mortal coil, the earth, you want to make sure you leave a positive legacy. And I think if there is a heaven, his father would be so happy looking down at his son sign his first professional contract. So congratulations to you, Junior. Again, I think your father will be very, very proud of you. And you know what? These have been the news segments currently running on Bump Day for you, or Wednesday for me. Now, before I go any further, I've got a massive, massive announcement to make about the channel. Now, it's nothing about, oh, you know, I'm going to leave. Not just yet. I'm not leaving just yet. No, you're not going to get rid of me, you know, so soon. But I would say I am going to be traveling 2 weeks to Central America. So Good Matters will be sitting into the hot spot. He won't be doing the Easy Talk. No. I will leave that for me. And talking of the Easy Talk, this coming Friday will be the 100th Easy Talk. I kid you not. The 100th Easy Talk. And you can see I'm there thinking, oh my goodness. The 100th Easy Talk. And boy, have we done some shows. Have we done some shows? Oh my days. So it's going to be a special one insofar as I will not have any guests. I have not asked anyone to come on the show with me. It's just going to be me reflecting on the shows, the Easy Talk that is, and how it came about. And actually maybe come reflect on how the channel came about. But I can't believe it. 100 Easy Talk shows. I'm feeling old, man. I'm feeling old. So join me on Friday, 7:30 p.m. where I'll be on my jacks because I haven't asked anyone. I want to just kind of give that space to myself and just kind of reflect on the Easy Talk as well as other things as well. I feel a little bit melancholy. Is it melancholy? Maybe melancholy. I'm not sure what's the word. So that's on Friday, 7:30 p.m. And then next week, Monday, which is going to be the 23rd, will be my last show before I head out on my trips to Central America. I might do one show because I'm hoping to meet some Aldrich from Costa Rica, Arsenal Costa Rica out there. We have made connections. So I'm hoping to do a short video. But apart from that, I will not be doing any Cannon Fodder TV content. A good, well-earned break, but it's a business trip as well as catch up with some old friends of mine. So I thought I'd get off my chest. Friday, 100 easy talks. I need to put some dye on my chin here. Anyway, let's get into the X platform and see if anybody has retweeted or said, hey, hello, hey. And Johnny Giza has retweeted that we are live with David Raya, Ben White, and of course, Jose Antonio Reyes Jr., and of course, Mohamed Elneny in tears. So, John, thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Let's get on to the platform. The platform, yes, because I did do a poll question. The poll question, Alex, what was the poll question? Well, give me a moment. I'll get into that. The poll question was, who you gonna sell? Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna sell out of these players? Who would you sell out of these players? So I put Rhys Nelson, Smith Rowe, Jorginho, even Cedric Suarez. And I tell you what, over 1,000 votes. 1,000 votes. Thank you for that. 6 comments and 30 likes. That's getting back to where we really should be. Yeah, much like Arsenal in the Champions League. So, who are you going to sell? Now, on 3% of the votes, it was Rhys Nelson. On 5% of the votes, it was Smith Rowe. On 6% of the votes, it was Jorginho. On a whopping 86% of the votes, you voted for Cedric Suarez. You horrible lot. You're all horrible. Don't like you. I'm joking. I'm joking. I was joking. All right. So let's go into the live chat. Just been over just 2 comments here, and it's fine. It's quite all right. And Static says, hey, Alex, and all the Gunners around the world. Thank you for that, Static. Hope you are well. Say hello to your family for everyone on Cannon Fodder TV as well as me, myself, and I. And Johnny Giza says, good evening, Gooners. There you go. There you go. All right. And we, I believe, have finished. Or we've got one more. John just says, easy 100 talks. So congratulations. Thank you. Well, we're not quite there yet. It'll be Friday. Friday. I can't believe it. 100 easy talk shows, and we've seen some laughter. We've seen some serious debating, some arguments, some tears. It's been for me, and some no shows. A lot of no shows. I mean, like people don't turn up. Back in the day, yeah. I'm thinking, I'm waiting, they're not coming, and I had to go live on my own. Oh, what a baptism of fire! Baptism of fire. I tell you. All right. Okay. So we are finished. I will be back tomorrow. Am I going to be back tomorrow? I don't even think I'm going to be back tomorrow. Yeah, because as you notice, I'm doing less content. It's not all about content creation, man. This is not my job. This is not my job. I just love doing it, just for the sake of, well, not for the sake of doing it. It's like a hobby. It's a hobby. That's what it is. All right. But until then, thank you for joining me. I noticed there's only been 1 thumbs up, and it's quite all right. We're apparently making our way to 21,000 subscribers, if that means anything. Does that mean anything? I don't think it means anything. It doesn't mean anything. Anyhow, people, thank you for joining me. Thank you to you for joining me over here. And you might see me tomorrow. Yes, you might see me tomorrow. But if you don't get so happy. This has been Cannon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.